The extract that I will be analyzing comes from the middle of Act 3, Scene 1. This passage is crucial as it is a turning point of the scene. Titania wakes up under the magical flower spell and falls in love with Bottom Maiden Ass. Characterization is at the heart of this extract as, despite the fact that the curse makes the Queen's language excessive and romantic, exploring the themes of love and nature, the authority which comes along her status of fairy queen is kept. Moreover, her compliments are so over the top that they are a source of comedy, and Bottom is ridiculed. First of all, I will talk about the language of the charmed queen, which is marked by a strong synesthesia. The sense of hearing is first really used with words such as sing, ear, and notes. Titania says, "Mine ear is much enamored of thy notes." So the words mine and thy, which represent Titania and Bottom, are linked by nouns of the same lexical field. So the fact that the words are associated to the lexical field of to nouns of the lexical field of hearing really links them, and the word enamored, which separates the two nominal groups, emphasizes the fact that it is this sense of hearing which is at the basis of Titania's love. The same device is used with the sense of sight, as words such as eye, shape, and view are used, and the same structure in the verses is also used. So she says right after the first quotes, "So mine eye enthralled to thy shape." So once again, the words my and thy are associated to noun of the same lexical field, linking them together. Moreover, nature is also used to stress to stress the love of Titania, as it is as her love is associated to summer. So usually, spring is when the love is created. So there's an idea of an established love, which is fully developed after spring. So at its peak and as strong as it can be. Finally, the language of love is used as she says at the end of her first speech. Titania says at the end of her first speech, "I love thee." So it closes her first intervention, so it puts the emphasis. And moreover, "I love thee" is put in a rhyme couplet with the verse just before, which ends with me. So there's a rhyme between thee and me, which really brings the audience to focus on the couple. Moreover, this rhyme couplet is really put in an emphasis as it is the only rhyme couplet of this era of the text. Just before Titania expresses herself in blank verses, so with no rhyme, and Bottom then answers her in prose. So it is the only rhyme of this era, so it really sticks out and makes us focus on the two main characters and the link that is between them. Despite the curse, Titania keeps her status of a fairy queen. So first of all, she is really linked to the woods. She uses many times, twice, the expression flowery bed. Once when she wakes up asking what angel wakes me from my flowery bed, and then when she says on flowery bed, on pressed flowers does sleep to Bottom, so she wishes him to imitate her. So she uses nature really to ask him to be closer to her. Moreover, her wishes are orders, as she says, "Out of this wood I do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here, whether thou wilt or no." So, her wishes are orders, and authority really exudes from this line. This authority which will be confirmed by the use of imperative many times, such as when she says, "Bottom, go with me." So she really shows that she's aware of her status and of the power that goes with it. Moreover, her love and her emotion seem to have an enormous impact on nature, as it is associated to summer, so to the basis of nature and of the natural cycle. And she uses the paraphrase my state to talk about the woods, so she's aware that she owns it and that she has basically the woods on her hand. Finally, she's aware of her status because she opposes herself to the humans. She calls Bottom gentle mortal, but then also mortal grossness. So it really shows that first there's a development and a change, as if she was becoming more and more herself as time goes on. But also she opposes herself. She shows that being mortal is not normal according to her own standards, and she tells Bottom, I am a spirit of no common rate. So she really kind of puts herself higher than the mortal, which is kind of paradoxical, as she compliments him in a paradoxical way. Um, Finally, this passage is really inked in comedy. So first of all, Bottom expression really sets it in that the passage is really a source of comedy. When he sings, he uses rhymes which are aggressive with R and K sound, so it may seem weird for a song. He uses also clumsy expressions such as not so neither, so the double negative show the use of improper language, which really kind of ridicules him. And finally, the rest of his language is in prose, so it is less novel than Titania's, which uses who uses iams. The comedy is also brought by Titania's excessive actings. Um, when she wakes up, she asks, "White angel wakes me from my flowery bed." So the word angel associated to Bottom is already kind of comical. Moreover, her desire to make of Bottom's mortal grossness um, an airy spirit is also comical because the audience can't picture Bottom in an airy spirit. And finally, the fact that she says, "Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful," really shows that a double meaning is can be understood, and that Bottom is at the end neither one nor the other. Finally, the imagery of the eye echoes to Helena's speech, complaining that she doesn't have Hermia's beauty, where she really used the eye to stress Hermia's beauty, but here it is comical, as Bottom's beauty can't be compared to Hermia's one. So this passage allows the themes of love and nature to be explored and linked. Characterization is developed in a complex way and sometimes can seem paradoxical, and it allows comedy to be at the heart of this passage.